Welcome back. In Lesson 7, we will explore the application of cost volume profit analysis for managerial decision making. CVP stands for cost volume profit analysis. It is an important tool for planning, pricing, and risk evaluations in any organizations. Today, you will learn how to understand the components of cost volume profit analysis. Use CVP for short-term business decisions and evaluate scenarios such as break-even points and target profits. Cost volume profit analysis helps us to understand how changes in costs and sales volume will affect the profitability of products. It is extremely useful for decision making and planning. By using CVP, businesses can determine how many units they need to sell to cover their costs or to reach a desired profit level. Let's go through the formulas. Break-evens in unit equals to fixed cost plus contribution margin per unit. Moreover, break-evens in sales equals to fixed cost plus contribution margin ratio. This tells us the minimum amount of sales needed to avoid losses. For the demonstrations of calculations will be explained in detail in the lecture classes. On a CVP graph, we will plot total revenue and total cost against the volume level. The break-even point is where these two lines meet, i.e., where revenues equals cost. To the right of this point, you are in the profit zone. To the left, you are in the loss zone. The steeper the line, the more sensitive your profit are to volume changes. For detail of the graphic interpretations will be explained further in the lecture. Now, cost volume profit is especially useful in setting sales target to reach profit goals. It is also useful in deciding whether to change the cost structure. It is particularly useful for companies to make pricing and product mix decisions as well. Lastly, it is useful for evaluating whether automations or expansion is feasible. Here are some examples of cost volume profits in practice. For example, in retail industry, it helps determine the sales volume required to cover store costs or expenses. In manufacturing industry, it assists in evaluating whether new machinery is worth the investment or not. In service industry, it helps in pricing accurate new offering to customers so that they are able to gain the competitive advantage from competitors. Lastly, new companies or startup companies may use cost volume profit analysis to accurately estimate the funding required and the time required to reach profitability level. So why do we use cost volume profit analysis? So here are some of its benefits. First of all, it simplifies complex financial decisions. Secondly, it clearly links sales volume to profitability. Thirdly, it helps quantified business risks. And lastly, it is essential for setting realistic goals and preparing budgets. To summarize, cost volume profit analysis helps managers to plan better, understand risks, and make decisions with confidence. It is simple and yet powerful mechanism that link cost, volume, and profit, and is widely used across all types of industry. Today we have this share an overview on the cost, volume, profit analysis. For further detail, it will be discussed in greater detail in the lectures. That's all for today. Thank you for watching.